Why, hello everyone. Welcome to something a little more grim. This is Castlevania Lords of Shadow Ultimate Edition. This is a game that I actually have wanted to play for a little bit on this channel. However, I've basically been doing other things. So this is going to pop up on occasion, not really often, when I feel like I want to do something different, just simply because I want to do something different. It will be probably a very long running LP, but due to the way that this game is structured, it shouldn't take too long overall after I finish all of the episodes. Though this is your primary warning, this game is really pushy. So probably a few of the episodes will actually be, I'm going to age restrict them because they are very pushy. But other than that, the game itself is fairly basic and straightforward when it comes to how much blood and stuff there is, so that's not really the big deal. So, let's click the new game button. I'm going to do it on Knight, because it's not incredibly difficult, but I wish I could do it on Paladin, but I can't.
A storm is coming. Mankind faces ruin and despair. The world is changing, yet hope remains in the hearts of the people. We go about our daily lives never knowing the forces that can change our destinies forever. We are oblivious, ignorant like sheep to the slaughter. This night, in the year of our Lord 1047, marks the beginning of our journey together. A journey into darkness, into madness. I watch him from the shadows. Is he the one? He has come far already, but he will be tested to the very limits of human endurance and beyond. This night he rides looking for the old gods, armed with an amulet that has led him here. Tonight he will begin his journey into oblivion.
Yep. Great way to start this game, right? One thing I'll actually...
The struggle for supremacy is eternal. Inevitable.
He's still talking.
Victory is the natural objective of every creature on this world. They will kill and die for their kind to dominate. Some call this eternal struggle equilibrium, the balance between light and darkness.
Ooh, pretty. Oh, this game is actually very pretty, by the way. It's very pretty.
These are dark times, times without hope. Men of faith claim that this is a test from God to strengthen our spirit. Perhaps this is true, or perhaps it is simply a pious lie. If it is true, darkness has come to engulf once proud humanity, and we are witnessing the end of mankind.
Behold my horsey. You guys can't afford horses. Meet our protagonist. Gabriel Belmont. I'm failing miserably right now. Don't worry about it. It's not. It's probably going to... I just don't have all my... Yeah, I don't have all my moves yet. Health font. I should probably go over things. We'll pause the game. Oh, we don't have actually access to it yet, but select will eventually. Also, I haven't played the game in a bit, so I'm going to slowly try and remember my controls here. These are basic like ropes, so it's not too bad. Well, enemies will often drop rewards. This game, in a way, is the perfect combination of the original games because it's still a platformer in some ways, and it has sub-weapons. What's fairly amusing, though, is... oh. There we go. Don't think I can actually block yet. Can I? Yeah, no. And press any button. This game loves its quick time commands because it came out in the 2013 era, so it loves its quick time commands. Now, most of them are done fairly in good ways, but still. Kill enemy, kill some enemies and get 25 experience. I just realized, yeah, wide area attacks are better. In this game, rather than having like a strong attack and a weak attack, you have a directed attack and a strong attack and a wide area attack. So if you're getting wheeled by enemies, you use this one instead. In your travel book, you have basic actions, advanced actions, and secondary weapons. You will never have to buy your secondary weapons. You just, well, you actually, there's a few skills that come with secondary weapons that you can go buy. But you can simply go look at them, and they'll all give you entries on how things are done. Area attack combo, rising strike, rising assault, direct attack. You will never have to buy any basic actions. These are basic actions. You should be able to use them without any difficulty. The advanced moves. This one here is Guillotine. This one's actually one of my favorite ones. I love it. There's actually an advanced version of Guillotine that I really love. Right here. You go down, and then you hold it, and then you flick it upward. Spinning Chain. That one's also pretty good. Direct Heavy Combo. Once again, that one's also pretty good. A lot of these are actually... I like very much. We'll get some more stuff a little later. And we can eventually get Dagger Wave. We look at our items. We currently have our Life Gem Amulet Medallion, which is completely useless because we don't have any Life Gems. Basically, in this game, these are the equivalent of your basic pieces of heart. They will slowly increase your health meter. You don't actually ever need to collect them, but you can't. You probably should. This here's the Silver Dagger. It's basically... They're very basic daggers. You can throw them. Iron Chain. It's basically... The original Cross Relic does not have a chain. That's not a very effective weapon. At least not our earthly methods. One of the first wielders, the Brotherhood artisan named Ronaldo, was responsible for the creation of the now iconic chain. The Iron Chain was the first addition. During his forging process, every link in the single is quenched with holy water and then blessed to give the weapon more power against the undead. So basically, it's a metal whip. Combat crossbody. While most of the Brotherhood utilizes more conventional armaments, Gabriel gifted the combat cross, a heavy crucifix which holds a retractable chain inside. The crossbody is one of the first relics the Brotherhood acquired centuries ago. It's full, unclear, and rumored to be forged the nails used to crucify martyrs. This is basically the same kind of concept as the Vampire Killer. Hell, it is Vampire Killer. If you've seen the Smash Direct at this point, or at least, well, not even that, it's Smash itself, you'll see that Simon and Richter are actually using a stylized version of the Vampire Killer, using this hilt, well, similar to this hilt, but using the more classic style where it doesn't retract or anything. In this game, basically it's a chain that goes on almost for basically it goes on through the entire body of it, and it retracts inside. Gabriel. And we don't have any monsters listed yet. And we press the back button. And if you press the back button when it tells you to unlock something, it will show you it exactly. This is the lesser lycanthrope. It's boss time. I'll be going over my problems with this game probably a little later this episode, but this is a greater warg, I believe. Or just a warg. And yes, they once again they love their great work, yeah. Okay, we can't do perfect blocks yet. Dodge. I love dodging. Dodging is my favorite way to avoid attacks. Usually far more effective than blocking. Stomp, dodge. Now we have access to our things that use LT, basically. If you get hit with one of those attacks, you can use the quick recover. Oh yeah, we don't have simultaneous block yet because we don't need it yet. Get wrecked. That's one dead warg. I've done my job.
Who are you?
I am Gabriel. I have traveled here seeking
By the way, two of the voice actors for
the
this,
Order?
one of them you've already heard.
They
That one
sent
is
you?
Patrick Stewart. He plays an actually really important character.
How do I find him?
He will find you. In the forest.
No. He is voiced by Robert Carlyle, and it's amazing. A lot of the voice actors, a lot of the main voice actors in this are very professional actors. So, I know my horse. Screw our horse then. We'll do it by foot. There you go. And at the end of it, it will tell you which difficulties you've technically cleared. Higher the difficulty, it'll clear it faster. And silver daggers, and usually you'll unlock artwork. This game has a very much crazy fetish of basically giving you a whole bunch of art. If you have some experience, you can then go here and go upgrade it, but we have nowhere near enough. We need like 800. So, let's continue onward. This game uses a world map system, which I do kind of prefer to how the second game does it, but the second game is also very much more fluid with its gameplay. But this one is fairly easy to navigate, it's not incredibly difficult, and it's by level progression, which doesn't feel quite as much like Castlevania as the other one, but the whole game has an idea of solitude, which works very well for, well... you know,
I follow
being
him
spooky.
into the old forest, watching him from afar. He is strong indeed. The one God comes to drive out the many, but here, in this place, God's influence is thin and threadbare. The old gods still hold sway here. Few venture this far into the wood. He is disturbed by dreams, dreams that gnaw at his very soul. He will rest for the night, but rest will not come easy. The battle has left him weakened, but he knows the dream will return, and though he fears nothing on this earth, Yet his nightmares sap the strength within him and leave a cold grip on his heart. Tomorrow he will use the old hunting path. Long has it been in disuse, but for now...
Once again, this game is very, very pretty.
What motivates a man to confront the challenges that most of us would run from? Condemning him to solitude, exposing him to defeat and death. The answer is love, a force so powerful that all reason becomes blind to it, blind to all things, even the truth. Loss of love can make a man desperate, desperate enough to do anything to bury the truth, to hide from its pain.
I hear you seek the Guardian of the Lake. I will take you to him, but we must be quick. Climb onto my back. Hurry!
Yeah, because the lycanthrope coming. Okay, mounted sections. Well, we're going to have a lot more mounts later on, but horse... I think this is the only time, actually, we use the horse mount. Amusingly enough. Pretty straightforward. Every time you you mount a new creature, it will tell you how to do it. Press X to attack the wargs. Press Y to attack the riders. With X, it can be more aimed, while Y just kind of hits both of them because it's a wide hit. And dodge, press, and hold left trigger, and push the left stick on either side to dodge incoming attacks from the Lycans, not the wargs. You can't move too much, so don't worry about it. Marie, youngest daughter of a rich merchant family, and she is your wife, who's dead. Unlock. This is a normal warg. It's about the size of a horse. The great warg is even bigger. We'll be fighting wargs quite a bit. Funny enough, they're very, very common. Branch. Yeah, I knew that was coming. All that. There's something. Yes, there's. Go away. I need to quickly pick this up. Life gem medallion. There we go. Now we have one. I remember this being here, and it's just a. This game, because it doesn't have a timer or anything, and it's sort of a 3D platformer. Oh no, we do actually have the sync attack. We have the. Let's see if we can pull it off. Come on. And if you do that, you get a very nice combo off of them, which does way more damage. There is a boss where you can't actually even do that, and it gets really annoying. There we go. Let's keep moving. Wolfie, die. We got direct counter-strike. We also... do we have... Yeah, no, we do not have area counter-strike. I'm also going to quickly buy spinning chain. Just so we don't have to worry about it yelling at me for getting it. Well, for not getting it. Synchronized block. Basically, if we block just in time, you'll get a synchronized block, which will leave the enemy exposed. Actually, does that attack? Yeah, you could just attack the ward. If there's one of them, I'd recommend just attacking the warg then. Stabby, stabby. These fight exactly how the greater one did. I dodged probably a little bit too much. Also, you do not have to get close to enemies in this game. You can stay pretty far away. Your whip has a fair distance. Also, if you actually notice from the entrance, the cutscene was done differently because the whip was actually on the right side. But now it's on the left.
Can travel no further. You will find what you seek ahead.
Get wrecked, mystical horsey powers. Boom. Epic roll. This music plays whenever you're swapping basically locations or if you completed an area. I know you can't hear it incredibly well. This is because I lowered the volume of the music. I'm probably going to increase it actually. Now that I think about it. You can press back twice and you will always get back to the main menu. Let's turn up the music a little bit. There we go. You can go to extras, as it said, and artwork. You can see some of the basic artwork that you have unlocked. You can go buy them. Not too bad. World map. There's actually only a few certain chapters during this that we're not using. Also, if you actually take a look, this map, it's based on a certain continent, but it's not specifically explained which one. So I can't quite tell. It could be Northern Britain, which would make some sense, but it would also make more sense for other things. Especially since it looks like it actually keeps moving forward up north. So, nevertheless, Chapter 1, The Dead Bog.
Again, with only his thoughts as company, he continues on his journey to find the one he seeks. Who or what was that strange creature? There is a power here that few know, a power that could have some influence on events. Perhaps the Guardian of the Lake is aware of him now and offers aid in his quest. There is just the small matter of the Dead Bog to overcome, a place that has claimed the lives of many of the Brotherhood. The smell of death is strong here, and danger lies around every corner, but nothing will stop him. Nothing will stand in his way.
if it's quiet, I will up them next time. Nevertheless, this game has probably some of the worst camera ever. I can't control it with the other stick, even though this stick is actually used for something later on. Like, it's not used for, like, movement or anything. When you push it in. Night. There's a life gem. There's a scroll. You will pick up these scrolls on occasion, and if you pick up all of them in one area, I think they give you something. This game encourages exploration to as much of an extent as you can get, because it's very hard to explore with a very crap camera. Sometimes the camera is so bad that it really actually just hurts. Number 2 does a very good job of controlling the camera, and it's actually rather nice. And that was teaching you parkour. This game has a lot of it in it, so I'm going to teach you a few more mechanics about goblin grenades. Pick a grenade, explodes, move closer to right trigger to get it. I should really start rolling in. Dodging in this game will actually hit an enemy, so it will actually stun them. That's for hitting me. Later on, I'll probably be a little more focused about not getting hit, but right now I don't really care too much. Guess what we're going to have to go through. This is not incredibly difficult by any means. A lot of the Naiad. And of course, Goblin. As you see, this area looks like you could totally explore, but you can't because it's not going to let you. Here, you have to be careful as not to get caught by the Naiads and not sink. You have 2 things to worry about. Naiads will keep you, like, entrenched for a bit. While it's bubbling, you don't have to worry about it. It's when it's like that. Now I need to remember which way to go because it doesn't really matter quite too much. Oh. Big beastie. We'll go this way first. I do like being able to just hop over almost the entire thing. Your jump is actually a lot higher than you might think, and yes, there is a double jump. I'm slowly trying to remember, like, location. By the way, those people speaking are the Naiads. Also, how to be a big giant troll. We keep this area that looks like you can't go here. Completely off limits. Well, not completely off limits, just where you can't see them. I do prefer to jump over most of these sections and then just hop right in, which usually is a little faster. Yep. Oh, by the way, do not go in like the green. I'm sure you guys have already kind of like figured that out. Don't go in the green. Not a good idea. And by the way, that's a dead dragon right there. You can actually get away with a lot of movement near these things without setting them off. Especially that one, because I think that one's one of the more permanent. Is one of the permanent ones. There we go. That's another one. I think there's actually 4 of them here, so you'll actually get a full increase if you've actually been picking them up. You won't get nearly as many in a level anymore after this, but and this takes me right on back, I think. Right? This way takes me right on back. You may notice I'm not grabbing anyone, but that's because I am actually not I have to be really close to something to grab it now. I'd much rather not. By the way, don't fuck that up. It will really hurt. Whoop. It's far easier to just do that. Right trigger to use the font. I don't need to use the font. By the way, this game has autosaves, so do not worry about fucking up too much. This game is fairly lenient. I'm gonna get caught, aren't I? Yep. That does drag you down a little bit, so you should be careful. Up there is, I think, the way we have to go. I'm just quickly double checking. Like, yeah, okay, we're good. Just double checking, because this map very much likes to confuse you where you're going into this. I didn't even realize that I was there. Yeah. Sometimes you'll actually have to go back to levels to get collectibles. Basically, you don't have a weapon or something that allows you to do it yet. I call that bullshit, but okay, fine. Right now, anyway, I'm not caring as long as we don't sink. By the way, it gets harder and harder to do that as you sink, so don't do it too much. A night scroll. I think there's 3 scrolls per level, actually, funnily enough. I'm just trying to remember. And, oh yeah, this area is just for the font. Okay. This is when I remember all the areas that I didn't remember before. Once again, as I said, the camera is bullshit. It should be really closer to Gabriel for this because it's really hard to see. Though, to be fair, they did give him clothing that makes him very obvious. So there's never really any like serious red on the screen. So you always know the red you're looking at is Gabriel. And yes. Yep. Basically, he's it's more tutorial. A lot of the first area is tutorial. See, you can't quite grab it yet. So. Grabbing is an effective way of dealing with enemies. That's what I'll call it, effective. We hop over this way. we can grab this other knight's corpse, which is the final scroll. This fourth scroll, I believe, is a trial scroll, and you get it for completing the trial of the area. Trials are basically, if you come back to a level, we give you free shit, but you have to work on it. Also, the music in this game is very nice. I do give them a lot of credit. The Lords of Shadow games keep up the Castlevania tradition of, wow, this music is really good and not really that annoying by any means. Once again, big baddie. Big baddie. That Gabriel totally knows it's there. I should actually go down there. 1 minute. Nope, no, it just blocks you. Okay. Okay. This game does basically tell you when you can't do anything. No, let's go around first. By the way, if I miss some collectibles, I'm not going to get them because some of them are really stupid to get, and I don't really feel like seriously going my way out of them. However, if I leave life crystals or the other crystals, I will legitimately go back at a later date before the boss of the chapter, unless I need an item to get it or something. Okay, that's good to know it exists. Then I will more or less do it immediately. I'm pretty sure I have actually gotten everything here. Maybe I'm missing something I can't get yet, but I'm pretty sure I basically have everything. As I said, big bad. Can't leave the front. You get too close to here, cutscene triggers. These are kind of like your Metroid, like stations.
Forgive me, brother, but my need is far greater than yours.
Upgrade. Commence. It's hard to tell usually what happened, except on one of them. Because it doesn't change its look too much. This one, you have a hook. By the way, this allows you to grab enemies at a distance, and that's really, really broken. But now we have to use it for hardcore parkour, which actually, they do actually use some pretty interesting puzzles with it, so I will give them credit. Weak surfaces like this, you can jump off, and go break on through. But first, we have to go deal with Big Bad, who actually is, unlike the Great Warg, is an actual opponent we can beat up all the time. Swamp Troll. Teaching you about other attacks. He's very easy, by the way. Oh, I don't have a way to break through guard yet. 1 minute. I'm going to quickly actually go buy that. Can I go buy it? Air grab. No, I don't have enough. Damn, I don't have a way to... Damn it. And by the way, at this point, we're just pissing him off. But we can indeed block him, and I should probably remember to do that. By the way, for most bosses, don't bother using indirect combos, because you have no real reason. And yes, most bosses will be like this, where you have to grab them, do something, and then kill them. But some bosses are more difficult. They have more cycles of you doing stuff like this. This is a Brotherhood box. These contain sub-weapon upgrades, usually. But most of the time, they're stuck in areas where you can't actually grab them yet. What do? We do this. We be Spider-Man. Once again, the camera is terrible. Oh my lord, there's going to be so many times I can point out how terrible the camera is. The gameplay is amazing, but man, the camera is terrible. By the way, on the other side of this, there's another health font. There's 2 health fonts. One for the boss, one after. It's because you keep your current health whenever you enter a new area. So, oh, it's this one. There is actually another green one, I think. It's that dead corpse right there. Yay, I remember this area. It's so much fun. It's your first bit of serious hardcore parkour. Or you could be like me and just fail miserably. There we go. This is not even actually that hard. It's just... Go. Oh, no. Whoops. I'm just slowly remembering all the puzzles. Here's a move to the side. This game does an excellent job of doing 3D parkour, actually. Fun enough. Which I'm actually kind of looking forward to in Sekiro from Bandai Namco. They do the same kind of experience with it when it comes to parkour. And yes, as I said, there was all 4 here. So, good thing I remembered. And that increases our health. Just a little bit. I think there's 30 or so. Oh yeah, no, you have to do it. Not hop down. Oh, there. It's just hop up. There you go. You can actually just jump down this, but you're going to take some damage. Oh yeah, you hop down here, then you grab on the other one, and you let go like that. There we go. Aha, I remember my my controls. And we climb on up. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but the next episode is going to be the first one, which is going to be age restricted. It's going to be the boss too, actually, afterwards. Nevertheless, that's more or less the entire shenanigans. I don't have enough to get what I want, but I do have enough to get a few things. The air grab's pretty good, so I'll grab it. And I'll grab the downward punch. Just because some of those are really good, so I might as well grab them. It's a great way of killing very basic enemies. Nevertheless, our next episode will be at Pan's Temple. It will also be the two final areas of chapter 1. Most of the chapters after this will be a lot longer, except for one, which is actually just 3 levels. And the levels aren't incredibly long. So, hopefully you've enjoyed. This will probably be back in January. Now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, January. And it will hopefully be very enjoyable. My voice is a little raspy. Interesting. Nevertheless, we'll see you all here next time for some more Castlevania. Or something else. You can go check it out on my channel. And you can actually go check out on Twitch too. I'm streaming a little more often right now. So you can go check that out. And hopefully it'll be up your fancy. Nevertheless, see you next time. Bye.